Well, beyond the birthday wishes and cat videos, there is a definite dark side to social media misinformation. CNN's Donnie O'Sullivan talked to a Texas mom who became a social media influencer discouraging other moms from vaccinating their kids. But later, Heather Simpson had a change of heart.
I've had people tell me that they're not vaccinating because of my posts.
How does that make you feel now?
Really bad.
Well, right now there is a flood of misinformation about the safety and effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccines. And it's gotten the attention of lawmakers who worry that thousands of lives are at stake. On Thursday, they tried to pin down social media execs like Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg.
Why, in the midst of a global pandemic that has killed over 500,000 Americans, that you haven't taken these accounts down that are responsible for the preponderance of vaccine disinformation on your platforms?
Congressman, yes, we do have a policy against allowing.
Oh, I know you have a policy, but will you take the sites down today? You still have 12 people up on your site doing this. Will you take them down?
Congressman, I would need to look at and have our team look at the exact examples to make sure they violate the policies.
And get back to us tomorrow because those still exist.
Well, joining me now, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel. She is one of 12 attorneys general who have now called on Facebook and Twitter to shut down anti-vaccine content. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on. When did you realize how much disinformation was out there, and how much does it worry you that people in your state were being put in danger?
Well, honestly, it's just recently that we actually saw the numbers on this. And, you know, what you heard in terms of the testimony is that only 12 anti-vaxxers' personal accounts and associated groups and organizations are responsible for 65% of all the public anti-vaccination content, but it's already reached over 59 million Americans, and many of those people would have gotten vaccinated and now are more skeptical about it. And so it's incredibly concerning considering the fact that we still have over 1,000 people dying every day in this country and 75,000 new cases per day. I mean, this is a serious problem. The only way we're going to be able to address it is through vaccinating as many people as possible.
And your coalition actually found 12 accounts and their associated organizations being responsible, as you pointed out, for 65% of the public anti-vaccine content on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And in particular, the accounts target people of color to discourage them from getting the COVID-19 vaccines. When you decided to run for Attorney General, did you have any idea how much of a challenge you'd face from fake news?
Well, we already saw it, of course, during the 2016 election, and I ran for election in 2018. So I was already aware that it was out there. But let me say this. During the 2020 election, our office worked so effectively with Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all the other online media platforms to ensure that we weren't having massive misinformation and disinformation about voting. So we know that they're capable of it, and they did a great job of working with us. Those targets, more often than not, were communities of color, African Americans that were being targeted with misinformation about the campaign. About voting and about absentee voting and how the best way to vote. So all we're asking is that they do the exact same thing they did then in terms of ensuring that we don't have misinformation and disinformation about vaccinations, which are targeting the same communities.
Okay, we actually are getting some breaking news out of Virginia Beach. So unfortunately, we have to wrap this up. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.